Hey y'all, it's Indigo here. Wanted to make a little video about something I thought of the other night when I was on the OM live stream, and we are talking about Gear 13 with good old Maurice and T-Money. And it got me thinking, just how much does it cost to take your character to Gear 13? Let's say we start from Gear 12. I'm racking them up, but I haven't really sat down and priced it out because I use a combination of farming and then buying the pieces that I need. But what if you just bought the pieces and you didn't farm anything? If you paid crystals for everything, just how much would that add up to be? So I sat down and checked it out today, and I want to share that with you guys. For this example, I'll just use my clones because I've been working on clones, just getting them up to Gear 12. And I'll go ahead and use Rex because I don't want to accidentally click on the pluses and accidentally put one on there because I'm saving those for Shock T when I get her up. But using Rex as an example, you'll be able to see how much it is anyways. Let's go into his kit and I'll show you what I mean. So we'll start off by pricing the left side, his regular Gear 12 gear pieces. I guess I didn't really stop and think about this. I didn't really know, but you can turn around and buy those pieces in the store. They're supposed to drop from the Sith raid. It seems like we never do get very many of those, if at all. So if you go in the weekly shipments, they sell them in there, most of them. And they lowered the price on them recently. They're only $2,100 a pop. So for something like those health cubes that require those med packs, that's not a bad deal. Look at this piece. This one you don't get very often in the raids, but you can't buy it either. It seems like maybe they vary what they put in the weekly store, but I went looking for this one and they didn't have it. You can see right there, there's nowhere to farm it or to do anything. So hopefully you've gotten a few of those from the raids that you're holding on to if indeed you need them. But just as an estimate, I guess if it was in the store, it would be $2,100 as well. But you're going to have to put something into it. Hopefully you've gotten it already from the Sith raid or territory wars, territory battles, whatever. But they do have the multi-tool in there, and that's also $2,100. So anything on the left side, if they have it, it looks like it's $2,100. Now on the right side, the G12 Plus, they don't have them all in there, but if they do have it, those are $5,600. You can see there's two of those in the weekly shipments, and Rex just so happens to need two. Sometimes what you need is not going to be in there. But he needs two, so $5,600 a piece for both of those, and you'd be able to put them on right away. Alright, the last thing he needs to go to Gear 13 would be his G12 finisher piece. And not everything in here is farmable, but you can see right there the cryos. That part of the cryos that he needs, there's usually plenty of those in the weekly shipments. You can do at least one, maybe two characters. They'll sell all 100 of them for $2,800 or 25 for $700. You get the idea. But there are enough of them in there that you can get it done. Here's the G12 Plus salvage, what you get from the Sith raid. You can buy that in there. You can see right there, there's a lot of 25 of them for $875. Sometimes they do sell the 50 count, and it'll be $1,750. So it's just twice the price. Sometimes you'll have to wait for the regular shipments to refresh, and it'll be in those. But they do sell those, so you can buy that. And then lastly on the bottom, the MK5 droid collars, which they all seem to need, and you have to have 50 of the salvage. Well, you can buy that in the weekly shipment for $1,400. Sometimes you can find it in the regular shipments or little bits here and there in your guild store. But it is hard finding 50 salvage all at once. Usually you only get, one of those in the weekly store. This is the piece that you can't buy. The injector, you have to you have to farm those, and there's no choice about that. So it's a little bit difficult coming up with a crystal value for that. The sky's the limit depending on how fast you want to farm them. But I think I've got a reasonable idea of how much it'll take. So here's a slide showing so far what everything is. 2,100 a piece for the left side, 5,600 for the two G12 plus pieces. And then I'll go in and show you what I just mentioned for the G12 finisher piece. And there it is laid out, 2,800 for the cryos, 1,750 for the salvage, 1,400 for the droid collar, and then I estimated 900 for the injector bits. The way I came up with that number is based on if you spent all your 50 and 100 refreshes, that should get you about 25. And then after your account refresh, whether it's in the evening or the next morning, you would just wake up and do the same thing again, and that should be the 50 you need. But if you didn't want to spread it over 2 days like that, you could just buy 200 and then 400 refreshes, but that's going to increase your crystal count by a lot. So to me anyways, if I'm deciding to Gear 13 a character, I'll spend my refreshes today, and then I refresh in the evening. So I'll just wait for that and do my refreshes then, and I'll still have them the same day. So that's where I got 900 from, for a total of 6,850 for that piece. So let's go back to the main slide and let's add it all up. All right, there it is. You see the 2,100s on the left-hand side, 5,600, 5,600, 6,850, for a grand total of 24,350 crystals. So near as I can figure, if you were going to buy everything you could buy and do as little farming as possible, that's how much you would spend, just over 24k crystals. So to put that into comparison, if you're not up with the prices of crystals in this game, that's going to be about 1.5 vaults, maybe a little more, depending on if you're the kind of person that buys 2 vaults and you're going to spend that much out of 2 vaults, or if you're just going to buy what you need, you would spend a vault and then the crate of crystals, and then you would buy the box of crystals. So 100, a 50, and a 10 for a 160 total. That's it. Hopefully this little breakdown helps, put it into perspective and show you just what the cost is if you're taking somebody from straight Gear 12 with nothing all the way up to 13. Maybe it'll help you to think about putting aside some crystals or money if that's what you want to do. But hopefully you found it helpful. Shout out to my buddy Mikayas. He runs a modding service. He'll go through, make sure you got the right squad compositions and the right mods on the right characters. Give your account a real nice tune-up. I'll put the link to his Discord in my description. Go ahead and check him out. Tell him Indigo sent you. Thanks for watching my video, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share your comments down below, and hopefully you'll check out my other videos on my channel. Peace.